So
Yes,
representation
yes,
data
ma'am.
is very important
Yes,
so
ma'am.
that everybody can understand. Everybody should understand from seeing it. Okay, within a fraction of seconds, they should understand what is given in the, which information is given in the graph.
ma'am,
Okay, children. Wait. Let me continue. Okay, children. Now, representation of data is of many types. Okay. Do you remember about tally marks?
Tally mark.
Yes, ma'am.
Tally marks. Okay,
Yes,
children.
ma'am.
We will put one marking like this.
Yes.
1, 2, 3,
Ma'am,
4.
4 lines and a
1, 2,
if
3,
one
4.
if it became
And
5, we
is
will be putting slant.
Mm.
It will be a
Yes,
slanted
yes.
line.
First, we should
1,
write
2,
4 lines
3,
and
4,
1
and 5 like this. Isn't
Yes,
it?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
children.
ma'am.
So this one is tally marks. Then
Yes, ma'am.
so after when we do the tally marks, there is a disadvantage for the tally marks table. The problem is we cannot give a large number of observation, large number of data, because
Yes,
if it is
ma'am.
100 and
Like
more, 150 and all, we cannot represent it. Okay. So tally marks table also there is some disadvantage. There is some problem in doing the tally marks. That means when it is more number of observation, more number of data, we cannot represent it properly in the tally marks table. So later we use the pictograph. Do you remember pictograph?
yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Pictograph.
Drawing pictures
Pictograph, I don't
to
know, ma'am.
represent numbers.
One second, I'll show. Pictograph means we will, if some watch is sold, sometimes Monday, 10 watches are sold. So what we'll do is, we will draw one watch. One watch represents 10 watches. So Tuesday, if there are 20 watches, what will you do? You draw
2 watch.
watches. Thursday, if there are 30 watches, how many watches
3
will you
watch.
draw?
3 watch. 3 watch.
So that is pictograph. That means we are drawing the picture. You have seen that.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
know.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
it is pictograph. But there is a problem with the pictograph also. See, children, if it is one watch represents 10 watches, what about the 5 watches? We have to draw half of the watches, right?
50,
Half of the watch. But
Yes,
if it is a person, what will you do? Can you draw it a half of a person? It is awkward, right? We have to draw half of a person. Or if it is simply, if it is, you have to draw 1/4 of that. If it is 20, if you have to represent 5, you have 20%. One person represents 20%.
Yes,
If you
ma'am.
want to represent 5, you have to give cut that person's figure and to write. Isn't it? To draw.
Yes,
It is
ma'am.
awkward. We
Small
cannot cut
part
a
of
human being like that, isn't it? So there is some problem in drawing the pictograph also. Okay, children. So we introduced the bar graph. Clear? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Introduced the bar graph. Okay, children. Now
What is
listen. Listen.
pictograph?
I'll show now. Listen. Yes, children, listen. This everything you have to draw, children. That first slide you have to write it. Okay, later. So children, this is
Okay, ma'am.
tally marks, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
favorite part of Christmas. Favorite part of Christmas. Number of people. Okay. Hello, can you see that figure?
Yes, ma'am.
Decorating the tree.
Yes, ma'am.
Opening presents. Playing in snow. Carols and music. Time with friends and family. Christmas food. See the number of people liked it. Clear? Okay. So this one,
Yes, ma'am.
5. 4 line
Second
and
one
1
is like
bar means it is 5. 5.
5
plus 4, 9.
What is, how much it is?
Nine.
9. And what about this? Second one?
11.
7.
5 times
And
10 plus 1 11.
third one?
4.
This one? This one?
6.
6. This one?
2.
2. So this is pictograph. Okay, children, pictograph. Sorry, tally marks table. Sorry, tally marks table. So you have to put the tally like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tally. These are known as tally.
Yes.
Okay. In our chapter, lot of things are there. Tally marks, everything is there. Okay. So this is tally marks table. And children, this is pictograph.
Yes.
1 second.
Yes,
I'll show
ma'am.
another one. Okay. See, children, this is one pictograph. Can you see? Number of
Yes,
children.
ma'am.
Number of children. Pictograph means you are representing pictures. You see pictures. Number of children. Art. How many children are there? Activity club for art. 4. And here?
7.
7.
7. Here?
3.
Here? 11.
4.
4. If I have given the information like this, one face represents 2 children, what will be the number here?
8.
8. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 14. And here? 6. Here?
8.
Okay, children, you understood what is pictograph now?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is pictograph. It is very easy to identify.
Okay, ma'am. Pictograph.
Pictograph. This is, what is this?
Tally marks.
Tally marks. Favorite animal and number of students. Cat.
Cat 4.
4.
4.
Dog.
9.
10. Good, good. Elephant.
3.
Air.
2.
So these are tally marks. Okay, children, tally marks and pictograph. This is another type of pictograph. Same thing. Same thing. See, I will read it. It's not that much clear. It is blur, I think. Okay. Okay. Weekly spending on apples. Okay, children. See, or different types of apples here. Okay, spending of on apples. These are the bakeries names. Okay, children. Okay, and each
ma'am.
week how much does Maggie
Okay,
cake
ma'am.
spend on more than? Okay, like this, some questions will also will be there. And here each apple represents rupees dollar. How many dollars? $10.
$10.
So you can see half also, right? Half apple
Yes,
also.
Yes, ma'am.
half also there.
Here you can see half apple also. So pictograph we can make it half. Clear?
Yes,
We
ma'am.
can make it
Okay,
half.
ma'am.
But if we are representing one person like this,
Can you zoom it?
1 second. This person represents 20%, suppose. Okay. How will I represent 10 children?
Making half.
Half of make it half.
Making
How
half.
can I make half of this person? It will be like this, right?
Yes,
If it
ma'am.
is 5 persons, how will I represent this? So this is a problem, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
this is a
ma'am.
problem in drawing the pictograph, right, children?
Yes,
This is
ma'am.
the
Yes,
problem
ma'am.
of drawing pictograph. We cannot, if it is a human being or a living thing, we should not cut it into half, quarter and all. Okay. So that is the problem with the pictograph. That is we are not using pictograph for some other purposes. Okay, children, you understood?
Yes,
So it is
Yes,
tally
ma'am.
marks. Again, this is okay, somewhat okay. This is one phase only, right? So that
Yes,
is why we represented it as bar graph. Bar graph.
Yes, ma'am.
These are
Bar
bar
graph.
graphs. Okay, children.
Yes, ma'am.
Get
Then
right.
this one.
Gray
Number of
section.
people in cars traveling on a local road one morning.
Then
Okay,
direction.
gray.
4.
4.
For
See the
black.
height of the bar. Height of the
It is
bar
the
indicate.
One.
It is the longest.
And
Height
black.
one.
Three.
Red,
One.
white, blue,
Two car.
white.
One. One car.
Okay. See, understood, children?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
This is another bar graph. Okay. Category A, red. Orange, category B. Okay. And yellow color. Can you see here? It is
Ma'am,
depicted over
category
there.
A is
Yes, ma'am.
25, right?
Okay.
25.
One second, children. We are using different colors. Bar graph we can use different colors, and you have to indicate here like this. Okay. Red represents
ma'am.
this. Orange
box.
represents
Blue
this. Green represents this category. Like that you have to represent there. So this is also another type of bar graph. Okay, children.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So when if you have one graph sheet with you, the graph sheet we have small squares, right?
Yes, ma'am. Now I
Yes,
So
don't
when
ma'am. Yes,
don't
ma'am.
take Sri Shankar, did I ask you? Now listen, children. This bar graph. When you draw in your graph sheet, it will be beautiful. Okay. So this chapter we have drawing of bar chart also, and I will give you later, not in this class. Lot of other things are there to learn before this. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Gaudam, what do you want? Okay, children. Okay, children. What is data handling? Will you write this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, children. This is the first one. What is data handling? And the answer is also there.
Ma'am, we should put it as a heading or as a question.
Ask a question. Not a question. You just put a bullet like this and write. Well, how I given that same thing.
Ma'am, we should write after the what is data handling.
What is that? Everything what I have given here, you have to write. I marked, right? Okay, children, when you by the time, let me take the attendance. Today, lot of children are absent.
Yes, ma'am. So many are absent.
Okay, children, today is 17, right?
Yes, ma'am. 17.
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Today 17.
I asked that. Okay, Adinath.
Ma'am, in the board it is present, ma'am.
Adinath. Agne.
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Alim Zian, absent. Adil.
Present, ma'am.
Advika.
Present, ma'am.
Alok.
Present, ma'am.
Ambrose.
Present, ma'am.
Ammu.
Present, ma'am.
Amna.
Present, ma'am.
Anandesh.
Present, ma'am.
Anandan. Anandan.
Absent.
Angelina, Jose, and Martin.
Present, ma'am.
Both are present.
Yes, ma'am. Both are present.
Anha. Anha. Absent. Ayman.
Present, ma'am.
Bhuvanalakshmi.
Present, ma'am.
Bleswin.
Present, ma'am.
Brightlin.
Present, ma'am.
Catherine.
Present.
Chinmay. Dia.
Present. Present, ma'am.
Dia.
Present, ma'am.
Isha.
Present, ma'am.
Gautam.
Present, ma'am.
John Sebi.
Present, ma'am. Absent.
Neha.
Present, ma'am.
Pavitra.
Present, ma'am.
Praveen.
Present, ma'am.
Drasil.
Present, ma'am.
Richard.
Present, ma'am.
Rizin.
Present, ma'am.
Rohit. Rohit. Rudra.
Present, ma'am.
Cheryl.
Present, ma'am.
Shiv Gayatri. Shiv Gayatri. Shreya.
Present, ma'am.
Present. Sri Shankar.
Absent, ma'am.
Eh?
Oh, present, present. Present, ma'am, by mistake.
Tania.
Present, ma'am.
Manu.
Present, ma'am.
Vinayak. Vinayak.
He was present.
He was present in the first class. Vishnu.
Present, ma'am.
Vaigiri.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Huh? See children, sometimes this raw data is also known as primary data. Okay children? Raw data, sometimes some people tell that raw data is also a primary data. Clear children?
Okay, ma'am.
Are data collected from a source. See children, raw data is, or you do one thing, you know, need of writing like this, also known as primary data, no? No need of writing. I'll give this data collected from a source. Will you write what I told, what I'm telling now? Okay,
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
okay. Okay, children, did you write up to this much?
Yes, ma'am.
1 second. Did you write up to this much, children?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, up only this you write. Later I will tell you. Did it, this much you write? This no need of writing. Okay.
Ma'am, I wrote both of them.
No need. This one, will you cut this one? Will you strike this one?
Yes, ma'am. I will write in here.
Excuse me, ma'am. Now, will you write what I am telling now?
Excuse me, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Will you write what I am telling now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Write the data definition. Data. A data is a, you will start writing, child. Data is a, data. Yes, somebody asked, excuse me, what is that?
And so we don't have to write the second paragraph now.
No need. Data is a collection of, can you see this? Data is a collection of numbers gathered to get some information. Gathered to get some information. So, this is important. Data. I will give the definition properly. Data handler you wrote, no?
Yes, ma'am.
And also we have to write that in the that picture, that first
No need.
paragraph.
Shreya, you allow me to explain. I will tell. What all things you have to write, I will tell you.
Ma'am, some disturbance is coming. It is from Rudra. From Rudra.
A data is a collection of numbers gathered to get some information. Okay, children?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, don't rub it.
Okay. So you can write this also. There are two types of data. Continuation. There are two types of data. First one is primary data and secondary data. Second one is secondary data. Okay. What I explain, I will give same way.
Finish. Done, ma'am. Ma'am, the last two words are primary data and secondary data, right?
Yes, primary data and secondary data.
Finish, ma'am.
If you finish that writing till secondary data, I
Ma'am,
will
that
give
in-
another one.
Okay, ma'am.
Primary data
Yes,
and
ma'am.
secondary data.
Ma'am,
Yes,
internet enrolling which data,
I'm
ma'am?
finished.
Prime.
that is secondary data.
Second.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now
Ma'am,
I'm
finish writing.
rubbing these children. Now we have to write about raw data.
Ma'am, can you write that two types of data?
Primary data and secondary data. Raw data. Raw data is the data. Raw data is the data. Is the data that has not been processed. Processed means organized. Okay. Processed. Processed. Processed for use. Not processed for use.
Finish, ma'am.
Ma'am, only this much.
1 second.
Ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am. I will come now.
Hmm. So instead of writing the second paragraph, I have given the definition clearly. Okay, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, what is after that not been processed? It is
For use.
I'm finished.
For use. Okay. And then in this slide, you can see data is information, right, children? What is data? Data is information. And information can be shown as charts, tables, and graphs. You might have seen these in books, on television, on the internet, or in newspaper. You can see information, charts, in the form of charts. Okay. You can see in the books, television, internet, everywhere you can see information in the form of chart. Okay, children. Interpreting the data. Interpreting means when I show a bar graph, you should tell what is given in the bar graph. Okay, children.
Okay, ma'am.
I will show one bar graph and you have to find the answer from the bar graph. It is known as interpreting. What information is given in the bar graph? When you understand it, it is known as interpreting data. So all these are not that much important. After raw data, we studied about organization of data, right, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So shall I write that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Organizing the data. Organizing the data. Arranging data in some order is known as organizing the data.
I'm finished.
Ma'am, finish.
Okay, organizing the data. Organizing the data. Okay, children.
Can you say the word after in?
In some order.
Okay, ma'am.
Finish, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Finish, ma'am.
Shall I read this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm? Okay, children. Next heading, representation of data. Representation. Representing the data. Representing the data can be done in many ways. Many ways. First one, tally marks table. Second one, pictograph. Third one, bar graph. Fourth one, pie chart. Pie chart means circle graph. Okay, children, circle. Pie chart, etc. There are many things. When you come to 7th standard and 8th standard, you have many graphs. So I will just put simply write etc. Circle graph, histogram, line graph, or all the double bar graph. Lot of things are there. So in our chapter, only this much we have to learn. Pie chart also, no need of drawing pie chart. Pie chart can be drawn. You can draw in 8th standard. Drawing pie chart is in 8th standard. Okay. So in this chapter, we just learn about tally marks table, pictograph, and bar graph. 6th standard only this much.
We have studied in the last year.
Yes, ma'am. We had drawn pie chart in last year.
You have done.
Yes, ma'am.
You have drawn.
Yes, ma'am.
Using protractor.
Yes, ma'am.
Using compasses and protractor, have you drawn?
We're using compass, ma'am.
That is meant by drawing a pie chart. Using compasses, finding central angle, doing the calculation, multiplying with 360. That is a long process. Have you done that? That is known as drawing of pie chart. Okay. You might have seen the pie chart. You might have done the examples of pie chart, but the drawing is in 8th standard. And I will give one data. Tell me how to draw a pie chart if you have done that. We are not sure. We are sure. With the compass, with the protractor,
Ma'am, I will draw with compass, ma'am.
central angle.
Ma'am, I will draw with compass, ma'am. I will draw with compass.
Ah,
I will draw
okay.
with compass.
Okay. If it is different data, 50%, 20%, 30%, you have to convert into 360
yes, ma'am.
central angle. How to convert?
Yes,
Do you know?
Yes,
Lord,
No, ma'am. That we didn't teach, ma'am.
Then simply telling that you have drawn. It is not drawing, it is 8th standard portion. Okay, children?
okay, ma'am.
I have seen. Ma'am, can you share the board?
Now listen, children. Listen, children. So drawing of pie chart will be done elaborately in 8th standard. It's not your portion. You have not done in 5th standard also. You might have seen that. Okay. And you simply drawn with a circle and some sectors. That is not pie chart. That is an example of pie chart. Okay.
Ma'am, we draw like that.
Okay. Now listen, children.
Ma'am, we also drawn bar graphs.
Bar graph you might have drawn.
That tally mark also.
Yes.
Ma'am, in
yes.
4th standard.
Okay, then I will not explain too much. I will give simply, you know it everything, no? Why should I teach you? Why should I teach you? You know everything.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so some persons who knows it, I will not explain. Other who doesn't know, I will explain.
Ma'am, what is the graph that show was there in your picture on your share screen?
Where?
In ma'am's picture, there is a thing with the
This
line.
one.
Line graph.
That is line graph.
That is line graph. That is
Other one is picture graph. Okay.
that is used for marketing and all.
Okay.
Okay.
Listen, children. So
Ma'am, can you share
you
the screen?
decide whether I should teach you this chapter or not to teach.
Ma'am, you have to teach.
Ma'am,
You
you have
have
to
to teach.
So if you should understand that you don't know anything about this, only I can teach. If you are thinking that you know everything, the person who thinking that you know everything, it is very difficult for the teachers to teach that person. Okay, listen, children, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So you sit in my class that you are seeing it, hearing it first time. Okay, then only I can teach the important things. Clear?
Clear, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Clear.
So representation are data. Did you write this up to this much?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, children, listen. So this is representation of data. Okay, children. And the first one we are learning about the pictograph. Pictograph. Drawing of pictograph is different. It is there. Before that, we have to interpret the pictograph. What is interpreting data, children?
Understanding.
Okay, so you can write that also. What is interpreting data? So before drawing pictograph, you have to interpret. Interpret means find out what the information given in the graph, and you some questions will be there, and you have to answer that question. Okay, example. So that is another brand. Interpreting the data. Interpreting.
Should we write this?
Yes, interpreting the data. Interpreting data means working out. Rudra, please mute. Working out what the information is telling you.
Finish, ma'am.
Okay, children, is it time?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so next period, I will next class tomorrow. Tomorrow I will discuss about. We will discuss about the homework.
Can you share
About the
the
homework, Angelina. Okay, about the homework of last chapter, and seminar is also there, right, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Then one more thing. When did I tell you the you have that chapter test, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So after Onam, shall I give?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Study that chapter and be ready.
Ma'am,
I will give one date.
Ma'am, which chapter?
Which chapter I did
chapter?
not take test paper?
Last chapter?
understanding element?
Understanding
Yes, that
elementary.
Learning elementary shapes.
Then ask.
Understanding element.
Ma'am, one seminar is left, ma'am, of scheduling.
Ma'am, my seminar, I could not take it in the before.
Okay, so you can take it when the others are presenting next day. No, you
Okay,
can
ma'am.
also do it. Okay, children. So shall I wind up?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
So next class we will discuss
you,
about the homework and we can continue with the seminars. Okay. Test
ma'am.
paper
Yeah,
after Onam. I'll give that. You be ready. The understanding elementations. I'll give the date through the WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.